Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. The recent surge in the virtual digital assets market has sipped into peripheral activity as well. NFT market witnessed jump in prices, but there is growing pessimism over its continuation. Many participants want to know whether this upswing will continue unabated or whether there are hurdles in the road ahead. To answer such questions and many more and provide clarity on this, we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Arul Prakash, founder, Book Technology. Welcome to 3 TV, Mr. Arul.
Thank you very much for having me here.
So there is a surge in the overall cryptocurrency market. Two major cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ether, are trading higher. This trend has also reflected upon the NFT market. What is your take on overall market and the current situation in NFT market?
Yeah, so the overall NFT market is doing good, right? I categorize them into two different sections. One is the PFP or the JPEG NFTs, and the other is the real world asset NFTs. Right. The PFP JPEG NFTs, if you know, there are like the large players, largely driven by Yuga Labs and CryptoPunks and Penguins and so on. So these top projects have actually built an ecosystem around the NFT, but all the follow-on projects that I've come across trying to build a community have not been able to do that because most of the people who participated in it were not for the community value of it. They were more for the financial and the speculative value of it. So if today there is an NFT which gives a good return, they just jump to one to the other, right? So from a forecast perspective, I would say that the JPEG NFT industry, the top few players will continue to exist. But I do not see any new players coming into this particular space. But we're going to see a new angle to this, right? We're going to see real world businesses. So the likes of, Starbucks and all these players are, it could be a gaming community. It could be a sporting club. So those kind of NFTs are going to see much more adoption rather than the JPEG NFTs alone, which are only art driven, trying to build a community around it. So we're going to see community moving to NFT rather than NFTs moving towards communities.
So as we have seen, creator royalties have been a major issue in the NFT market. Big NFT projects and creators are opposing it. In response to this, Yuga Labs, in partnership with Magic Eden, is coming out with an Ethereum-based NFT marketplace that will not compromise on royalties at all. How is this royalty war shaping up and its future implications you think will have on this fledgling segment?
Yeah, the royalty itself is, if you look at any of the revenue streams of all of these projects, royalties itself are a very minuscule part of how their revenue gets built up, right? It is more of principle around whether the artist should get secondary market royalty or not. So we're going to see fragmentation when it comes to marketplaces where people are going to transact on these NFTs, just like what Yuga Labs is doing with Magic Eden. They kind of shelving off a separate market and trying to create a separate marketplace. Right. And they're able to do that because their brand is very strong, right? But for any new player, any new NFT who doesn't have the distribution capabilities of what the larger players have, they will have to succumb to smaller or no royalties itself.
So if we talk about OpenSea, the biggest NFT marketplace has lost business since it made royalty option. There is news that OpenSea is cutting down staff by 50% and it also planning to launch OpenSea 2.0. How do you see this, and is OpenSea doing all this to gain the lost market share and to maximize sales and profits?
Yeah, I don't think it is a play around sales or market share, etc. It is largely a play around overall dampening of how the PFP JPEG NFT markets have been playing, right? So because there is no trading happening, they try to remove the royalty and try to make sure that volume continues to exist. But there is only so much that you can support a falling market. And that market is, like I said, is going to continue to go down. There are going to be newer avenues, newer markets which open up around PFP and NFTs, which are access driven. But the current OpenSea model is not going to thrive. In fact, just to kind of give a heads up, we ourselves are in a real world kind of a business, and we were talking to one of the top 3 NFT marketplaces globally just yesterday, and they themselves are looking to move away or at least try to create newer business models around real world asset NFTs rather than continue to only focus on PFP NFTs.
So what are the future events that you think can impact the market situation?
Bitcoin price is the only future event that can impact anything, right? So as long as it goes up, everything else goes up. There are going to be innovation is going to continue. That's not going to stop. But as long as Bitcoin price moves up, we're going to see speculative assets moving up. But even without Bitcoin price moving up, we are going to see innovation driving, right? So innovation and pricing are different.
Okay. So do you think the spot Bitcoin ETF approval and the Bitcoin halving event both will have a major impact on Bitcoin prices, and that will bring about a positive momentum in the market?
Yeah, it definitely will, but we have to be careful of no negative momentum as well in terms of unclear regulations which have been been existing for the last 7-8 years. If it continues to exist, then yeah, it is going to be a negative effect as well.
Okay. So during the NFT market meltdown, a lot of NFT platforms announced shutdown. GameStop will shut down this month. Last year, we saw Resurgence, Tessera and Form Function closing down. With the NFT market showing signs of recovery, can we expect a surge in NFT startups?
Definitely, yes. It is very unfortunate that innovative startups like Tessera had to shut down, and GameStop. I still do think that there is a lot of opportunity when it comes to gaming NFTs. They will come up. They still have the opportunity. They have a captive audience, and I do see a lot of new NFT startups coming up. Not necessarily marketplaces. They could be more around liquidity provisioning, around fraud detection, around real world asset analytics for which use NFT technology, like the likes of Crunch and so on, who kind of provide the required analytics to do this kind of for this particular segment.
Right. So lastly, what future do you see for NFTs, and which segment of the NFTs do you think will gain most traction?
Like I said, the market is going to get split into half. One is going to be access driven, the other one is going to be real world asset driven. And real world asset driven is going to get the maximum amount of attention from larger market players, conventional markets as well, right? So that's going to be like BCG predicted. It's going to be like a multi-trillion-dollar industry very soon.
Thank you so much. Just Diwali wishes.
A very happy Diwali to 3.0 TV. Amazing work that you guys are doing, and educating the entire audience as well in Web3 aspects, making sure that Goddess Lakshmi visits everyone this Diwali and all future Diwalis.
That's all in this special segment. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.0 TV, and for more information and stories, log on to our website www.3worldstv.io or scan the QR code.